We move on to agenda item 1, and item 2 is I invite Rabbi Sufrin from Enfield and Richmond Hill Synagogue to give the lesson.
Thank you for the introduction, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I take my hat off, but not take that as a sign I'm here to stay because I want to start, I want to make a point, but to do so I want to share with you an incident about which most of you probably have not heard. And I'll explain later why you haven't. It was a sultry, late summer's evening in Town Park when a middle-aged couple were going for a stroll, or leisurely stroll, when suddenly out of the bushes sprang a shadowy person who confronted them with a gun. And he took the easy option. He went over to the lady, pointed at her, and she went, obviously she went hysterical, as all of us would. And she said, take my bracelet, take my necklace. He wasn't interested. He said, be quiet. He took the gun and pointed it at her head. And she went, obviously she went even worse. But he said, be quiet. And he says, tell me your name. So she whimpered, my name is Elizabeth. Astonishingly, he put his hand down and he said, lady, it's your lucky day, because my mother's name is Elizabeth. But there wasn't the end of the trauma. It went on, because he then pointed the gun at the husband. And the same thing, she said, don't shoot my husband, please, don't kill him, don't shoot my dear husband, etc., etc. He got fed up, he took the gun and put it to his head. And he says to the man, tell me your name. He gulped, and he said, my name is Martin, but most people call me Elizabeth. The point I wish to make is, can we change a name? And if we do change a name, do we become different people? So you have people who run a business. They're the governor, the boss. When they go out in the evening for a drink, there might be Martin, there might be Cyril, Trevor, there might be Elizabeth. But when they get home, it's a different name. It's Daddy, it's Dad, it's Pops. It might even be Darling. But in each of these occasions, he mustn't be a different person. The same tenderness he has at home, and the same sensitivity and care and concern, he has to have it in the workplace. I, as a rabbi, I'm called a rabbi. Other members of the class are called father. When I meet with friends, they might call me by my first name. When I'm at home, I expect to be called dearly, and I should react dearly to my family. As a counselor, it would be the same thing. In this particular chamber, you are counselors. When you fraternize with your friends, you have personal names. And when you go home, you talk to your kids and wife in a different way, or your husband. And that same way that you have sensitivity at home to them, you have to carry that forward into the job that you do. And that's what we all hopefully do. That's why we are in this particular profession that we have, of the choice of the voluntary position that we have, in order to do that unbiased and with a lot of sensitivity and care and concern. But there's also another level of not changing the names. And that is, all of us, without exception, are known as children of Noah. We descend from Noah. We're known as B'nai Noah, sons of Noah. And the 7 cardinal laws that were given to Noah were to believe in God, to have a judicial system, not to blaspheme, not to go and engage in illicit sex, not to murder, not to steal, and not to treat animals in a cruel fashion. Those are the 7 cardinal laws. What I want to say is, we can all call ourselves different names, but nevertheless, we should all believe and practice those 7 cardinal laws. And if we do, and if we take it into our classrooms, not just a slogan on the wall, but to explain it and expand it and expound it, then we can stand a chance in society of creating a better society for all of us. Hopefully, we will all do a little bit. May God bless you all. Thank you very much. I think the times here are a bit hectic. Just think about it.